Good morning, my dear. Before the world demands anything from you, before responsibilities call your name, I want you to know something profound. This moment, right now, is sacred. You woke up. Your breath is renewing itself. Your heart pulses with the force of life. And there is, in this exact instant, a silent energy surrounding you, waiting to be activated. It's here. It has always been here. And you have the power to tune into it. Perhaps you opened your eyes with that feeling of heaviness, as if the day already began with demands. Perhaps there are worries circling your mind, unresolved matters, conversations that need to happen. Perhaps you feel there's so much to do and so little time, and this pressure settles in your chest even before you put your feet on the ground. I see you. I understand. And I want you to know that all of this is human, natural, allowed. But I also want you to know that you don't need to carry all of this alone. You don't need to start the day already in struggle. Breathe deeply now. Inhale slowly, feeling the air entering through your nostrils, filling your chest, expanding your life. Exhale calmly, releasing any tension you woke up with. Do it again, and once more. Feel how your body responds. Feel how, with each conscious breath, you're already changing your vibration. You're telling the universe, I choose to be present. I choose to align with what is good for me. This is your powerful morning ritual. It doesn't need candles, crystals, or special tools, although you can use them if you wish. What you really need is your intention, your presence, your commitment to yourself. Because the truth is this: the way you begin your day determines the vibration of everything that will come after. If you rush, if you scatter, if you surrender to fear or anxiety upon waking, you'll be programming your energetic field for more of the same. But if you pause, if you center yourself, if you connect with the source of love and light that dwells within you, everything changes. You are a vibrational being. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every emotion you feel emits a frequency. And the universe responds to that frequency. It doesn't judge, doesn't question. It simply reflects back to you what you're emanating. That's why starting the day in high vibration isn't a luxury. It's a conscious choice to attract into your life what you desire, instead of reacting to what you fear. Think of your morning as a garden. If you plant seeds of anxiety, rush, and fear upon waking, those are the flowers that will bloom throughout the day. But if you plant seeds of gratitude, peace, and conscious intention, your day will flourish in a completely different way. The soil is the same. The potential is the same. What changes is what you choose to cultivate in those precious first moments. Close your eyes for an instant and place your hand over your heart. Feel the warmth of your palm. Feel the rhythmic, constant, tireless beating of your heart. It has never stopped. Since the first day of your existence, it's been here, pumping life, sustaining you, believing in you. Thank it. Say mentally, thank you, my heart, for keeping me alive. Thank you, my body, for sustaining me. I am grateful for this new day. This simple practice of placing your hand on your heart and giving thanks already changes everything. You're stepping out of autopilot. You're stepping out of the mind that complains, that worries, that anticipates problems. You're entering the space of the heart, where the deepest wisdom resides, the most genuine compassion, the truest connection with who you really are. Now allow yourself to imagine a golden light, brilliant, descending gently upon you. It enters through the top of your head, crosses your forehead, relaxes your eyes, softens your jaw. It descends through your neck, through your shoulders, releasing any accumulated tension. This light is pure. It is divine. It is you in your highest essence. Allow it to flood every cell of your body, every organ, every thought. You are being renewed now. You are being recharged. This golden light isn't empty imagination. It's a real tool of energetic transformation. When you visualize with intention, your nervous system responds. Your body relaxes. Your mind quiets. You're literally reprogramming your biology for well-being. And the most beautiful part is that you can do this every day, anywhere, at no cost. You carry this divine pharmacy within you. As this light continues flowing through you, Repeat internally, with gentleness and conviction, I am worthy of a wonderful day. I deserve joy, peace, and abundance. I trust that the universe is conspiring in my favor. Feel these words, not just as sounds, but as living truths. They reverberate within you. They become part of your frequency. I am worthy of a wonderful day. Say this now with me. Let these words resonate in your chest. You don't need to earn this right. You don't need to prove anything. You are worthy simply by existing, by breathing, by being here in this moment, willing to open yourself to something greater. I deserve joy, peace, and abundance. Yes, you do. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday. It doesn't matter what mistakes you made, what opportunities you missed, what words you said and later regretted. All of that belongs to the past. And the past has no power over this moment, unless you grant it that power. Today, you deserve all that is good. I trust that the universe is conspiring in my favor. Trusting doesn't mean having certainty about how everything will unfold. Trusting is releasing the need to control every detail and allowing life to flow through you, not against you. It's recognizing that there's a greater intelligence operating, a benevolent force that desires your growth, your happiness, your expansion, and you're aligned with it now. Seeds of intention, planting the day you desire. You don't need to have all the answers now. You don't need to know exactly how everything will unfold. What you need is to trust. Trust that you're being guided. Trust that each step you take, even the uncertain ones, are part of a larger path. The universe is listening to you. Your guides are by your side. And you, even without realizing it, are always being sustained by an invisible force that desires only your good. There's a special energy in the first hours of the day. The world is still quiet. The collective mind hasn't yet fired off in 1,000 directions. It's in this sacred space that you can plant the seeds of what you wish to harvest. So, while you're still in this state of calm and receptivity, declare to yourself, today, I choose thoughts that elevate me. Today, I choose actions that honor me. Today, I am a channel of love and light. Today, I choose thoughts that elevate me. Repeat this with me now. Feel the power of this choice, because that's what it is, a choice. You can't control all the thoughts that arise in your mind, but you can choose which ones you feed and which ones you let pass like clouds in the sky. When a thought of scarcity appears, you can gently acknowledge it and choose a thought of abundance. When a thought of fear arises, you can breathe and choose a thought of faith. Today, I choose actions that honor me. Honoring yourself isn't selfishness, it's sacred self-care. It's recognizing that you matter, that your needs are valid, that your well-being is fundamental. When you choose actions that honor you, you're telling the universe, I value myself, I respect myself, I am important. And the universe responds by bringing people and circumstances that also value you, respect you, recognize you. Today, I am a channel of love and light. You don't need to be perfect to be a channel of love. You only need to be willing. Willing to smile at a stranger. Willing to listen to someone with presence. Willing to speak kind words, including to yourself. When you see yourself as a channel, you take the pressure off having to do everything alone. You become an instrument of something greater, and that's one of the most liberating experiences that exists. And do you know what happens when you do this? When you align with the highest vibration upon waking, doors begin to open. Synchronicities appear. The right people cross your path. Solutions emerge from unexpected places, not because you forced it, but because you allowed it. You created internal space for good to flow to you. But I understand that some days this can feel difficult. Some days resistance is strong. You wake up and the first thing you feel is weight, not lightness. Worry, not peace. And that's all okay. You haven't failed. You're not doing it wrong. You're human, living a human experience full of ups and downs, light and shadow. On those days, be even more gentle with yourself. Don't force joy. Don't demand perfection. Simply breathe. Place your hand on your heart and say, I accept myself exactly as I am right now. I allow myself to feel what I'm feeling, And I trust that this too shall pass, because it will pass. Just as the waves of the ocean come and go, your emotions also flow and ebb. No emotion is permanent. No state is definitive. And the more you resist what you're feeling, the more power you give it. But when you welcome it, when you breathe through it, when you allow yourself to be exactly who you are in that moment, something changes. The resistance dissolves. And in the space it occupied, light begins to enter again. Perhaps you carry beliefs that say you don't deserve to start the day in peace. Perhaps there are internal voices that whisper, "You don't have time for this. This is selfish. Other people need you first." My dear, those voices are not the truth. They're just echoes of old conditioning, messages you absorbed throughout life, and you have permission to question them. You have permission to say, "I deserve to care for myself first, because when I'm well, I can serve others better." Welcome this day as a gift, not as an obligation, not as another battle to be won, but as a blank canvas where you can paint with the colors of your soul. You have permission to be happy today. You have permission to feel light. You have permission to release what no longer serves you and embrace what expands you. Pause for a moment and feel this deeply. You have permission. How many times in life have you waited for external permission? Permission to rest, permission to dream, permission to be happy. And today, here, now I tell you, you don't need anyone's permission. The authority is within you. The power is in your hands. And the universe has already approved everything that is good for you. Feel now, with your entire being, that you are protected, that you are supported, that you are part of something much greater and infinitely loving. You are not alone on this journey. And even in moments when doubt arises, remember this morning. Remember that you chose to start the day in high vibration. Remember that you deserve all the good that life has to offer. There's an invisible network of support around you. Some call them angels, others call them spirit guides. Others simply call it universal energy. The name doesn't matter. What matters is that you're not navigating alone in this ocean of life. There are benevolent forces conspiring by your side, opening pathways, whispering insights, bringing the right people at the right time. And when you start the day recognizing that presence, when you open yourself to receive that help, everything flows more easily. Synchronicities multiply. You think of someone and that person calls you. You need an answer and it appears in a book you open randomly. You're worried about a situation and someone, unknowingly, offers you exactly the word you needed to hear. This isn't coincidence. It's the universe responding to your vibration. It's life reflecting back to you the trust and openness you chose to cultivate upon waking. Gratitude, the multiplier of miracles. Now, while you're still in this space of connection, bring to mind 3 things you're grateful for. They can be simple things: the comfortable bed where you slept, the roof over your head, the coffee waiting for you, the loved one sleeping beside you, the sound of birds outside, the chance to begin again. It doesn't need to be grand. The most powerful gratitude often lies in the small things, in the things we take for granted until they're no longer there. When you start the day with gratitude, you're telling the universe, "I see the abundance that already exists in my life." And the universe, in its infinite wisdom, responds by bringing more that you can be grateful for. Gratitude isn't pretending everything is perfect when it isn't. It's not denying challenges or difficulties. It's simply choosing to also see what's working, what's present, what's beautiful even in the midst of chaos. It's a lens you place over your life, and through that lens, miracles begin to appear. And miracles aren't necessarily supernatural events. Often they're subtle shifts in perception. It's you seeing beauty where before you only saw boredom. It's you feeling peace where before there was only anxiety. It's you recognizing possibilities where before you only glimpsed limitations. These are the real miracles, the internal transformations that change everything. There's a profound difference between controlling and trusting. Controlling is clenching your fists and trying to force life to mold itself to your will. Trusting is opening your hands and allowing life to flow through you, bringing what you need at the right time. And often, what you need isn't what you thought you wanted. It's something better. something your limited mind couldn't have imagined. When you start the day trying to control every detail, you create tension. You close yourself off to possibilities. You miss synchronicities because you're so focused on a specific path that you don't see the side doors opening. But when you start the day with clear intention and open heart, you tell the universe, I know what I desire, but I'm open to what's best for me. This is the sacred dance between co-creation and surrender. You plant the seeds, you water the garden, but you can't control when or how the flowers will bloom. You trust the process, you trust divine timing, and you surprise yourself with the beauty that emerges when you release the need to control every detail. Breathe into this truth. Feel how liberating it is to release just a little bit of control. Feel how your shoulders relax, how your chest expands, how there's more space for life to happen through you instead of being forced by you. Questions for your heart. If you feel inspired, take a journal and write about these questions. Don't overthink. Just let the words flow from your heart to the paper. How do I want to feel throughout this day? What version of myself do I want to embody today? What small act of self-love can I offer myself this morning? What can I release now that no longer serves me? These questions aren't meant to be answered perfectly. They're invitations for self-exploration, for connection with your inner wisdom. And sometimes, just the act of asking the question already opens doors within you that have been closed for a long time. You don't need to have all the answers. You only need to be willing to listen, willing to feel, willing to recognize what's truly alive within you, beyond obligations, beyond expectations, beyond the masks you wear for the world. Perhaps you're thinking, but I've already lost so many mornings. I've already started so many days the wrong way. Is there still time to change? My dear, it's always time. Each morning is a chance to begin again. Each breath is an opportunity to choose differently. The past doesn't determine the future, unless you allow it to. The belief that it's too late is one of the most limiting that exists. It paralyzes. It steals hope. It keeps you trapped in old patterns simply because you believe you've passed the point of no return. But that's a lie. A lie you have the power to deconstruct now. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how many opportunities you feel you've missed. It doesn't matter how many times you've tried and failed. This moment now is new. This day, today, is a blank page, and you have the pen in your hand. You always have. So if today is the first day you're experiencing beginning the morning consciously, celebrate it. Don't blame yourself for the days that are behind you. They brought you here. They prepared you for this moment, and this moment is perfect because it's the only one you have, and it's the only one you need. Throughout the day, whenever you notice your vibration has dropped, that you've returned to anxiety or fear, don't judge yourself. Simply observe. Say to yourself, I'm noticing I've returned to the old pattern. And then, gently, bring yourself back. Place your hand on your heart. Breathe 3 times. Remember the golden light. Remember the affirmations. Remember you are loved. This practice of gentle observation is one of the most transformative that exists because you're not fighting against yourself. You're not criticizing yourself. You're simply noticing with compassion and making a different choice. And each time you do this, you're strengthening new neural pathways. You're training your brain for well-being. You're becoming more skilled in the art of living in high vibration. Don't expect perfection. Expect progress and celebrate each small victory. Each moment you chose thoughts that elevate you instead of thoughts that diminish you. Each moment you responded with love instead of reacting with fear. Each moment you trusted instead of controlled. These moments add up. They accumulate. And one day, you'll look back and realize how much you've changed, how much you've grown, how much you've transformed simply by choosing, morning after morning, to start the day consciously, connected, elevated. Open your eyes slowly. Look around with renewed eyes. Everything you see now carries potential for beauty, for learning, for growth. You are ready. You are aligned. You are vibrating at the frequency of love, abundance, and peace. And the universe is already responding. May this day be radiant. May it be light. May it be yours. You are loved. You are light. And all is well. Carry these words with you, not as rigid rules, but as gentle whispers that remind you of who you truly are. When the world becomes noisy, return to this internal space of silence. When doubts arise, return to these affirmations. When you feel lost, return to the breath, to the heart, to the golden light. You have everything you need within you. You always have. And now, you're awakening to it. You're remembering. You're reclaiming your power. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can take that away from you. So go into this day with confidence, with lightness, with gratitude, with the certainty that you are sustained, guided, and infinitely loved. And know that, no matter what happens, you can always return to this morning ritual. It will be here, waiting for you, ready to receive you with open arms, every morning, every day, forever. I am light. I am love. I am aligned with the highest vibration. I trust the journey. I am grateful for this day. So be it. And so it is.